Hello YouTube. Alright, so first off I'm going to say take this video with a huge grain of salt. Possibly even get your tinfoil hat out. So I went through and I made a comment regarding one of Boston Daily's recent videos. In his recent video he says, hey, Z-Laner's complaining he can't find his foot pedal under his desk and he finally has to lean back, see where it's at. I don't know what kind of foot pedal he has. 1, 2, 3 pedal foot pedal. I don't know. I've repurposed the one that I used for testing and keyed it to my P key so that I can go through and turn my mic on and off during gameplay. But that's not the whole reason for the video. So I go through and I mentioned a very specific time frame, 143 to 147 in that video, and I even linked it. And I said, just before he complains about not finding his foot pedal, as he's aiming in on two enemies, well, it's the same enemy that moves over to the other side, as he's aiming at them, he's making small adjustments that look very finite and very human in nature. It doesn't look like any of his normal gameplay. Generally, he zooms in on his target, fires a shot, gets the enemy. Fires in on his next target, shoots, gets a shot, moves on to the next enemy. And so I said, at 143 to 147, it looks very human. You can see the finite adjustments being made. I even say to slow it down to 0.25 speed just so you can see that. So we'll jump over to the video real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. So 143. We'll start at where it starts to transition from Boston. So 143 to 147 is what I had mentioned. Full screen, we're at 143. We'll even come back to 142. He finishes talking here. He zooms in. Not fast enough. He zooms in on the next one. He's got to make his adjustments to get his aim right on the enemy or close to it before he makes a shot. Finally makes his micro adjustment. He gets it on there. It's a very human in nature. That looks extremely human in nature. And you can see we're now past the time that I had mentioned, 143 to 147. So this person chimes in out of nowhere, this WamiGaming, and they go through, I say, hey, slow it down, it looks very humanized. And the first thing he chimes in with is that, he talks about I have the foot pedal. I'm like, yeah, I understand that. But he seems to go into a bit of panic after that situation occurred. Where's my foot pedal? Where's my foot pedal? I mean, the person who's talking to him on comms, it's not a pressing situation, but he seems like he's getting ready to panic. So then he goes through, and the first thing he chimes in with is he's hard scoping multiple targets. Show me a comparable clip where he's hard scoping multiple targets, tracking them through obstructions. Well, I don't recall anywhere in there, and I even took a picture of that time in question. Where the hell is there any obstruction? There's no fencing, no railing, nothing. There's no obstructions. He has a clear line of sight over here and a clear line of sight over here, which is where he zoomed in. So I don't know what this person's going on about obstructions, but it's like they're trying to discredit what I had just said. Not a big deal. Generally, trolls will chime in, and I'll say that. So who is this account? I've never engaged with them before. So, all right, WamiGaming. So we open up their page. I'm sure if I refresh this again, this is going to change again. When I had first looked at it, this was only 11, and I have that right here in this tab. But following 11 people. So we'll go over here. These were the first 11 people that it started following. As you can see, Twitter, WamiGaming. I went through and refreshed it, and now it says 13. The two that have been added are these right here, Jukies and Jake Sucky. So this account seems to have been created, joined October 2021. Today is 7 October 2021. So this account was made within the last 7 days, including today. It's only following these people, which has already increased by 2. And I go to look at their tweets. These are all the tweets by them. And I refreshed this probably about 10 minutes ago. And looking through these, it's gone through and it's defended Z-Laner and it's defended Diaz Biffle in 2 different clips. So this account chimes in, and it's defending these people, 2 of them so far, Diaz Biffle and Z Laner, in its tweets, and that's all it's doing. So it's like anybody who has something negative to say or is trying to do any accusations, it's going through and trying to discredit them. Given that the earliest, 21 minutes ago, 53 minutes ago, 38 minutes ago, 1 hour ago, 2 hours ago, 2 hours ago, 2 hours ago. So this is all the tweets by this person. The latest one being 2 hours ago. The account was made this month. It's only following these people, and it has done nothing but to try and discredit any of these tweets, whatever they're called, about those individuals. So this one's October 4th, and they chimed in an hour ago. Of course, I said something about them. To be clear, it looked like the video at the time. I asked you some. I looked at the video at the time and asked you some direct questions. Yeah. Well, what obstruction? What obstruction? You didn't watch the video. You clearly did not watch the video at the specified time that I had mentioned. You did not watch that video. And Boston Daily has it on repeat. So don't sit there and feed me that BS. 143 to 147. You just watched that clip. What freaking obstruction? That was your argument. So you clearly didn't watch the video, and all you did was try coming to their aid. So this account is brand new. All it's trying to do is discredit me and other people that are making. I just raised question about one thing and said, "Hey, this looks very human," and then he tried to chime in and say, "I said, compare it to his other gameplay." And he tried to chime in to discredit me. What? For saying that Z's aim actually looks human for a change? So he's going through and he's going at it with other individuals. And didn't even look at the video in question. So I want to know, like, has anybody else had like a random account that was brand new, just created, start following high-end streamers and instantly start trying to defend them left and right? This doesn't look good. It looks almost like a paid service. It looks like they have people coming to try and discredit anybody who's saying anything negative about them, anybody who's pointing out anything that doesn't jive with their gameplay. These are the only people that they're following, and it's like they're going through any tweets mentioning them to see what they are and if they can discredit them, at least from this specific account. So whoever WamiGaming is, it's a brand new account made this month, including today, within the last 7 days, and only recently in the past 2 hours started chiming in and has done nothing but try to discredit people saying anything negative or pointing out any specifics in the gameplay of the individuals that it's following. So, yeah, it's very, very suspicious. This isn't like a video game suspicious. This is like you're now paying people, potentially, to try and discredit anybody who's saying anything negative about you. So, yeah. So, WamiGaming, don't know who you are. Would love to get you behind a camera to talk and see why you had to create a brand new profile. I mean, there's not many people who don't have a Twitter profile or some other form of online presence. But why is it that you immediately, after creating an account, do nothing but try defending people that you are now following? And given that you have been following these people, you know exactly who they are, and you're not like new to the internet whatsoever. And you're not new to the video game scene or the streaming scene. All right, that's going to be it for this video. But yeah, this looks, in my eyes, having somebody come to your defense like that on a brand new account, and that is all they do is try to discredit people that say anything negative about these streamers, and specifically the streamers that they're following, it does not look good. So I don't know who this account belongs to and why their only motive is to discredit anybody who's bringing anything up, mentioning stuff about their gameplay. So, all right, I'm going to cut it from here. That's all for this video. Deuces.